Hi there, welcome to Prime Time. I'm Paul Orford, and we've got her back after way too many months. It's Maria Meramveliotaki, the Forex therapist. And Maria, last time we saw you was way before the lockdown. I think it's January or something like that.
It must have been, I can't remember, but it's been a long time, yes.
So then we talked about a couple of subjects last night, or messaged each other. And today, what's the subject we come up with?
I think we come up with about self-love and why self-love is so hard.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe for people watching this, you should qualify what self-love is, because some people may misunderstand that.
Okay. How do you want me to start?
Well, look. So I would, me personally, coming from a layman, it's you have a viewpoint of yourself which is negative in some respect. You know, whether it's your looks, your personality, your skills, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, actually, okay, let's take it from the beginning. So sometimes we confuse self-love with self-care. So you think that if you treat yourself to, I don't know, something nice, like if you go for a spa or you go and do something nice for yourself, this equals self-love. I'd say this is more self-care. You take care of yourself, and sometimes this could be an indication that you have healthy self-worth and you love yourself, but sometimes it may not be that. When you love yourself, your sense of self-worth is quite strong, and let's say that the best way to define it is like you treat yourself while you would treat somebody you would really love from your heart. But it is a harder thing to do. And I think one of the most important reasons why is because we get a lot of shaming about that. And we are being told since young that you shouldn't be thinking of yourself too much because this is selfish, or this is egotistical, or, you know, you shouldn't be... You should be caring for other people more. So somehow... in our mind, it is like if I love myself too much and I focus on myself, that means maybe I'm not a good person. So there's a lot of guilt around that.
Well, that's quite strange you say that, because I think in Britain, or the region I grew up in, you weren't really encouraged to be confident, shall we say? You know what I mean? Like, you're always kind of knocked down. You know, and I think that's quite endemic in that culture where we like people to be successful to a certain level. Okay. And then, you know, we kind of chop their knees off. You know, like, for example, people like David Beckham, for example, we loved him and then we hated him. You know, so would it be regional at all? Like, is it different, say, what you would have in Greece to, say, in the UK?
To be honest, I do not think so. I don't think it's regional. I think it's the same everywhere. I mean, you are talking about judging somebody else, but we are often judge ourselves quite a lot. I mean, so the first thing is we are not allowing ourselves to experience this self-love because of the shaming and the, you know, the way that we were brought up. And I think this is across cultures and not culture specific. And also, perhaps we believe that we have to be perfect to love ourselves. So you have to, I don't know, to have the perfect weight, so you are more, you like yourself more, and then you love yourself more. Or you have to be successful, and if you do not fulfill these conditions, let's call it like that. If you don't fulfill these conditions, then you do not feel the love for yourself. It's two things then. It's like we're too strict, and we think that to love we must be perfect. And the other thing is we have been told that we shouldn't be focusing on ourselves because it's selfish. So these are two big factors, I would guess.
So there's 2 points I want to raise now then. So social media has completely destroyed people's self-worth, I guess, because like we've always addressed before, you see these pictures of people on their best day, which is filtered, perfectly made up, and you're kind of comparing yourself to them, which you're never going to get to.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it depends. I mean, it depends on how you you judge what you see, because for example, if I see someone posting all the time, the feeling I get is that this person needs a lot of approval.
Right.
So I don't go and say, oh, what a beautiful day did they have and why am I like this. I don't compare myself negatively. I'm thinking that they are probably needing a lot of attention.
So you
and
pity
approval.
them.
I don't see it as I think posting is okay. Sometimes you want to share moments, of course.
Yeah.
But over posting, you know, about every single thing you do and all the things you achieve, I find it sometimes, maybe.
So, what is the borderline between someone with like a healthy self-image and narcissism?
Well, narcissists do not care about other people. They just care about themselves.
Yeah. So is that self-love to the extreme, or is that positive self-image?
It's the extreme, yes, but on the pathological side, because I think that if you love yourself, truly love yourself, you can love other people as well better, because it's not possible to love anyone if you do not love yourself, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting book. So what skills would you give someone, or tips, for example, someone they got quite a negative self-image of themselves, how would you kind of get them to raise their personal value?
Okay, it starts from understanding the feelings around this image. So you have this negative self-image, and then you may be feeling sad or maybe angry at yourself. So you must start by releasing these emotions and be open to the opposite. Like if you want to love yourself, you have to allow yourself to do that. You have to allow yourself to receive the love. If you have negative self-worth and then somebody pays you a compliment, you will probably dismiss it or think that the person actually is pulling your leg, or you won't take it seriously. You will nothing will confirm basically that you are good, because you are telling yourself you're not. So I'd say that allow it to happen and rejoice when it happens. So don't tell yourself, oh, it's not true, or it's not like that. She wants something out of me. That's why she tells me that. It's always something else and not that you're good. So just be aware of that, of the tendency that we have to dismiss the goodness, because even if a good thing comes, if you're blind to it and if you do not allow yourself to see it, it will come and you will miss it. So it starts with an attitude of openness.
Yeah. No, I guess it's quite easy to miss as well then, if say if you're like a horse with blinkers on, like you're just kind of looking straight ahead and you're not thinking of the positives.
It's true. It's very easy to miss it, and a lot of us actually do that. And there's no perfection in this kind of thing. There's no perfect being that has perfect self-worth. But it is a journey, like everything else in life almost. You be aware, you're aware of what you need to maybe change, and then you just slowly practice it. So you practice being more receptive to love.
Fair enough. So what would be the best way to kind of do this? Like, I know you said be open to it, but sometimes doors are closed, should we say? You know what I mean? Like, how would you get someone to really just change their mind 180 degrees?
I wouldn't get anybody to change their mind. It's something that you have to want to do, and something that you need to decide inside you. It's a decision, first of all, and an intention that you have to set. You have to set it as an intention. Like you set intentions in everything else in your life. Yeah. Like you set the intention to go to the gym, or you set the intention to not have dinner, or whatever. It's an intention. So your intention should be, I should be loving myself more. I should be more receptive to love, or appreciation, and then intend to do it. That's all.
Yeah. You know what I think the problem with a lot of people is they live in the past in a negative way, and they keep replaying that past over the negative in their mind.
Okay.
But it's good to reflect on it and learn from it, but don't live in it.
Exactly.
Because otherwise you will drive yourself mad, because you're constantly living in that loop or that film of that experience over and over again. So you just kind of got to I don't want to say just snap out of it, because you can't in some respects, but you know, you kind of got to accept that it is the past. Nothing you're going to do is going to be able to do to change it. Without something like Tony Robbins or something like that, don't let it become your future.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, you know, everybody has things in the past that they are not happy with or proud of or whatever. But there is no point to waste any more time on these things, because, you know, life's short, so just take advantage of what you've got and what you can change.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, madam, let's leave it there then.
Okay.
Thanks for everything.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again soon. Cheers.
Thanks.